Named Sorry or Sorrow because she had him in pain. Now, can I please teach my lesson this morning? Because very seldom will a person who is an intelligent person look down in the baby's face that they just birthed and give them a name that would put a title or a tag on them to cause them to be looked down upon. You've never heard of anybody naming their child, their daughter, their precious little 3-week or 2-month or 2-hour-old daughter and say, your name is Jezebel.
That's right.
Y'all ain't gonna have it. Because many times the name is representative of something that's detrimental. That's why you gotta be careful about how you talk to your children. Come on, help me pass this for a moment. And this woman names her baby boy Sorrow. Now, I need you to see this clearly because everybody that sees him now tags him. Everybody that sees him and knows his name puts a label on him. They said, oh, you're sorry. And I know anybody in here ever been looked down on like that. I mean, come on now. Some of you all may not be like I was, but I was picked on when I was a child. I might as well go on and testify. Yeah, because I sucked my thumb as a little boy. As a matter of fact, they tried to tell me that I was sucking Angelique, my thumb, when I met my wife. I wasn't. I had just quit sucking when I met my wife. Yes, sir. And when I was originally, I sucked my thumb, it pushed my teeth out a little bit because I might as well go on and testify. And when I was a child, because I had that problem, I had a very, very low self-esteem because my teeth was pulled out a little bit. I looked like a monkey. Yes, they did. I'm telling the truth in this way. And you all really need to understand that my self-esteem was so very low that my wife is really my first real girlfriend because I didn't have the courage, I didn't have the tenacity, I didn't have the wherewithal to know how to talk to girls because I had a very low self. Thank you, Jesus. And then on top of that, because I knew I was born to carry the gospel, my siblings would call me a dummy. They would call me a dummy because Mama would send me to the store. And by the time Mama would send me to the store, Mama early, I would have to call back to the house and ask Mama what you sent me around here for. The reason was because I was absent-minded, but because by the time I had gotten to the store, I had sang a hymn and prayed a prayer and preached a sermon. I'm talking about early, 8, 9, 10 years old. At 8 years old, I could sing, I love the Lord, because that was a call. Oh, come on now. And many times people will say, glory to God, a call that's on your life as though you are beneath something because you don't do what they do. But you believe me when I tell you, when God puts a tag on your life, when God puts a responsibility, because I might as well go on and fess up in here, I was born to preach the gospel. Ain't nobody gonna help me, but I'm gonna teach this thing this morning. When I look back on my life, it's no mistake that I'm a preacher. It's no mistake that I am who I am because birthed me. So says the word, Janet, even before I left my mama's womb. Glory to God. He had already put his word in me. Even before I came out of mama's womb, he had already designated me to carry this gospel. And I need to tell y'all, the seed that God put inside of me was so heavy that even though I was a twin, that seed was so heavy that it split and it hit me and my sister. And I came to tell y'all, they talked about me then, but they ain't talking about me now. And I came to preach to somebody here because somebody like I am, you was put down. You was put down as a child. They said you're fat, you old fat thing. Everybody gonna say that. They said you're ugly. They said you're black. They said something negative about. And if that wasn't bad enough, your mama or your daddy put a bad tag on you because your mama wasn't getting along with your daddy. Your mama looked down on you and said, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You gonna be just like your no good daddy. Ain't nobody gonna help me here. And as a result of it, it put a tag on your life. I know nobody has ever been called sorry but me. But I want to thank God that when other folks say one thing about you, God. That's why it doesn't bother me about what folks say about me now. That's why it doesn't bother me. That's why it doesn't bother me if folks don't like me now. It doesn't bother me because how you feel about me is not really important about me no more. As long as the Lord, come on, talk to me. Ain't nobody gonna help me again. Folks are gonna talk about you when you're doing good. And folks are gonna talk about you when you're doing bad. So you might as well give them something to talk about. Come on. Because you came up out of the ghetto, and it wasn't nothing good gonna come out of the ghetto. Come on, ain't no lawyer gonna come out of 48 federal. Come on, ain't nobody gonna grow up in the projects and be nothing. But I got some ex-project folk in here that can testify. They can call you sorry, but God can call you blessed. You be afraid to look around and tell somebody God can call you blessed. I told y'all not to mess with me. No matter where you